Thank you to Trust for doing this. Make sure you tip him. He needs it. We got to take care of him. Just a little warm up. Hopefully they make a movie about the Chiefs getting beat in the Super Bowl like they did about UK and Glory Road. All black team, get your all white team. Sorry about it, buddy. Love you to death, though, Trust. Anyways, give him a second. Take a deep breath. All right, so here's my one. Shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, and tits. All right, we know where that came from. George Carlin, right? I think every comedian should warm up that way, just like musicians do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, di. I don't know where the fuck that came from. I know where Carlin shit came from. Lenny Bruce and him. The musician thing, though, I like to imagine. I haven't looked it up yet because I promised myself I wouldn't look it up till after tonight. But a portly Italian chef comes out and announces dinner, and that's where it came from. So anyways, moving on to the next thing, I did something I don't usually do. I went to church with my grandfather today, and I was born Catholic, he's a Baptist, whatever, it's cool, make my grandfather happy. But at church, it was very interesting. First, before we get to that, after church and after lunch, took my uncle home, dropped him off, and on the way, my daughter called me a bum. Which, all right, I don't think I'm a bum. I think I'm thrifty. Sorry my car broke down next to your school, Melanie, and I had to drop $1,000 on it yesterday. I'm really sorry. And can you imagine how I felt when AAA pulled up as soon as she goes out to recess? But on my walk to and from Ashland Elementary, back to the crib down the street, I got these pair of forces. All right, I got myself a pair of forces, and some girl's probably mad at her guy, threw them out, whatever. They were my size, so I took them. But, and I know I'm rushing, I know I'm going very fast. It's my first time, I'm nervous. I'm sorry, guys. Well, something the preacher said today will lead me into my next thing that I've written out for several weeks now. And the preacher up there, which, I'm used to Catholic services, being raised Catholic or whatever. They say, you take a knee, do this, that, whatever. But these Baptist preachers, right? This guy's like, yeah, my sin recently was going to Lowe's. And on the way to Lowe's, I got mad because I was in traffic. All right, so that's lame. I thought you were going to say something interesting like, yeah, man, I was going to sin. I was going to Lowe's to get the cute cashier's number. That's way more interesting to me because I deal with that every day. Trust me, my woman will know. Think goddamn CIA. But that's not what he said. He was just mad about traffic, being stuck in traffic, and then what he said was, when I parked in the parking lot at Lowe's, I wish I could call in an airstrike from the Air Force and also take out Walmart too. Well, motherfucker, the second commandment is like, don't kill people. So you're sitting here telling me that you practice the gospel, preach the gospel, believe in the gospel, and then you get mad about traffic, something that even Jesus and God would get mad at. And your first reaction is to airstrike a fucking Lowe's? I mean, bro, those people can't even pay rent. And you want to airstrike them? What are we even doing here? And that's the thing. America lives under 3 sets of 10 commandments, right? The first set, which we claim to be religious freedom, but we're also Judeo-Christian, or the way I think about it, banker crusaders. But it's all a lie. It's all a lie. Whatever. I used to flirt with atheists. I'm a little more spiritual now. But to me, it's like y'all break your own rules. And also, like God's whole first 5 commandments, very arrogant, very egotistical. All right? No gods before God. Well, when I take my daughter to a lacrosse game, Lexington Christian has the American flag above the Christian flag. All right, so we're already losing there. You're already going to hell. Second, no false idols. Well, motherfucker, all y'all do is worship money. What are we doing here? What are we even talking about? Y'all are already going to hell, and I don't blame the people in the congregation. It's not their fault. They were raised by their parents. They think it helps their soul, and I can't blame that, can't fault that. And then no embarrassing God and no foolery on Sundays. I watched this past NFL season, and I know all these evangelicals watch football. I watched Tua in Miami, his hand twitching after his, 15th million concussion, and he's still playing. If that's not embarrassing God, then I don't know what is. And then number 5, of course, don't disrespect your parents. All right, well, I don't disrespect my parents. I love my parents to death. They help me out a lot. All of our parents help us a lot. Hopefully, if not, they're shitheads. Fuck them. Go. But it's not their fault that they teach us these things. But then, you know, when you challenge them, the whole no killing thing, or the whole I'm at a football game and I don't want to hear planes flying over, or I don't want to do this. Oh, well, that's you're supposed to do that. Well, aren't you all the ones that are Christian? Aren't you all the ones that are this and that? And then y'all are mad at me for actually being Christian? And that's another thing the preacher talked about this morning. The whole point for us to be here is to bear fruit and seed. Well, I did that when I was 18, motherfucker, and I stayed with her. I stayed with the mother of my child. I didn't have to. All these Christians wanted to tell me to not stay with her, to just pay child support, and I didn't do that. Now, to my personal finances, maybe a detriment. To my daughter's life, a blessing. I tell myself that. I fool myself with that. But hopefully it is. And then, of course, everything I said above, we don't even got to get into the stealing, the lying, the no cheating, no pocket watching. That's all they do. All they do is lie to you. All they do is steal from you. I mean, hey, and, you know, there's a whole preacher out there, evangelical, called Creflo Dollar, that told his congregation, I need this money for a private jet. No, you're not getting it back. Well, God forbid I come up here and I ask y'all for money so I can get some weed or get some whatever, and I don't give it back. Is that no difference? Like, it's the same thing to me. And, you know, seems like it's going well tonight, so I'll come back next week. I'll talk about next week I'll get into how we violate all the biggies, our second set of commandments, 10 crack commandments. Government violates all of them, and we know that living in Lexington. We know you don't flash your money, don't ask for a front, don't act like this or that. We've all read Bluegrass Conspiracy. This shit's fucked. They violate all the commandments. And then when it comes to the drug users, the regular people, the third set of 10 commandments, which has not been written down or codified, but, you know, maybe one or two is like, don't ask for a front, be nice, be normal, don't let the drugs control you. But fuck, I forgot the rest of them because I need to go get high. I need to do drugs with my friends, and maybe I'll figure them out. Anyways, thank you again to Trust. Thank you to Fish.